So hey folks, so here we are, we're ready to begin. I just want to give you a little introduction. Like I said before, the guarantee is me, and that's what you say to yourself as your own mantra. Keep that faith, that belief. So we're gonna start with a warm up. As you can see here, I've got my water, I've got my hat, which I'm going to put back on because I normally always have a hat on, particularly when I'm outside. I have my weights. I'm working with 5-pound weights. You can work with 5 pound, 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, no pounds. That is an option. It's never about the quantity, it's about the quality. So these workouts are all about you, not comparing, not looking who's beside you, not looking who's behind you, not looking at who's in front of you. It's all about you. Because once we start doing that, looking on YouTube, looking and comparing, it'll make you crazy. How do I know about these things? Because I've been there, done that. And I catch myself when I do that, if you know what I mean. So we're going to start with a light warm-up, okay? And I'm going to start with some jumping jacks. This is actually an old workout that I learned from my trainer. I'm going to show you a modification. This is a modified jumping jack, or you can go with a full jumping jack. Once again, modified or full. That's the first part, okay? So the second part will be, you can come from here, this is the full range, or a modified version. And again, if all you can do is like this, from this side, slightly bent down, that's fine too. Then after that, we have one last little part to do to warm up our body, so we'll make sure we do a warm up so we don't risk any type of injury. You just start with a warm up. Like so. And if you're working that from the side angle, you want to work it. You have your butt slightly out. Good. Rolling it. Very good. So now I'm going to take off the flower now. Boom. I know, right? Unpin that baby. Clip it right there. Hello. Pop that hat on. Feeling a little thirsty just from that little bit that I just did. Bam. I think I'll take myself a little drink of water. I know, right? I mean, and I have to tell you this. You think, oh God, we just doing. Well, I gotta let you know to drink water because I've seen people turn in parched and lips all dry with the thick cream around the corners of the lips. Well, that's a sign you need something to drink. Stop pretending. Right? You're thirsty and your lips look dry. Take just enough really to quench your thirst. You don't want to go down risking having some kind of a cramp or something. Okay, so on that note, no, we don't have any music today, but that's okay. You got me. Ready? So I think we'll do, for the warm-up, did you say, I think, how about 30 jumping jacks? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, full range, 5, 6, 7, 8, or modified, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we go. It's 13, 14, 15, 16, or 17, 18, 19, 20. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Woo! All right, I already feel myself kind of starting to get a little pumped up there. How about you? Right? Keeping it going. So I'm doing the modified and the full range interspersed. I don't want to stay on one thing, but I have to kind of do it that way. I hope you can get the gist of it. It doesn't mean when I switch to the full version jumping jack that you have to switch. So you do what feels right for your body, okay? And if doing a full jumping jack just isn't happening, it doesn't mean that you're not doing good. The E is for the effort, and the effort is the excellence. So knowing, again, doing the best that you can do. If you can only do 2 out of 10, that's something, and that's great. And know that. You're not comparing, not putting ourselves down with this. Ready? Here we're going to do the second part. So, here I am. Here's the full range right here. 1, 2 on the warm-up. 4, 3, 4, 5. If all you can do is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, only 20 of these. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I'm already feeling that, right? I'm gonna continue on with this warm-up. So we're gonna do this thing, they call them Frankenstein. So just imagine you're Frankenstein from Halloween. This is a nice one to put your arms out like so. Your hands are in front of you like so. Right, left, right, and left. So I'm gonna stop right there for a moment. If you're talking or if you're feeling like you need to bring it down a bit. But if you're able to still be breathing comfortably, you're doing okay. If this is difficult for you to do the right and the left, if you can just go like this, that's good, right? So you do what works for your body. Again, I'm going to reiterate, repeat. I will do the modified version, and I'm going to go back to that full version. So wherever you're at, whatever level you're at, is a great level to be. So we're going to do 20 Frankensteins. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Woo! Let me straighten out on that. And the side shuffle, once again, working that inner thigh, getting the inner thigh stretched out, going right and left, and from the side angle, again, you know, sometimes I see sometimes we do all kinds of weird things with our legs and kind of just do just these bends and things. It's real simple. But again, it's a matter of your body. Is what one person's body can do, maybe another person's body can't. And that's what makes us all unique and makes us all different and makes us all individuals, which is a really wonderful thing. So, side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can only go 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm going to turn to the side angle right here. 12, 13, 14, 15. If you notice my butt is out. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. All right, I think we're ready to rock and roll. So, you got your water. You got your towel. In case you're out here, you start sweating. Something to keep to wipe you off, or if you're at home and you're starting to get sweaty, that's cool. And if you're at home and you don't mind the sweat coming down, then be sweaty. That's your prerogative. Okay. I'm working with 2-pound, with 5-pound weights. I'm gonna, repeat that. You know, I see these things about people, or you can use 2 cans of corn or a couple of cans of peas. Well, I gotta keep it real. For me, that's gonna be something going in a pot with something to eat. So I would think invest in some weights, unless you absolutely really just don't have access to any a 2-pound weight, so 1-pound weight, if you're going to use weights. And again, if you choose not to, that's cool too. I just think it's better because they're designed for us to hold versus a can of corn might be too big for your hands, or a book could be a bit awkward. Okay, so on that note, remember whenever you're working with any type of weights, you're doing any type of upper body work, you always want to have a slight bend to your knees to protect your upper back. So you don't want to be doing your weights and you pull it and you're working from like right here. You always want to have a slight bend to the thing. I'm going to keep it rolling, flowing with these upper body workouts because I like to just add on. So anytime you need to take a time out, please do. But I'm just going to continue, add on to kind of fatigue those arms out a little bit until I go to the next group of exercises. So there's, again, showing you the modification. As I'm going to say, if I'm going through a shoulder press and then I bring the weight in and take it out, you have that option to do the shoulder press, arms in, with no weight at all. make sure you're breathing. I've seen people turning colors, I swear, I kid you not, because they're not breathing. And they're not breathing. What? I don't understand, you know. Depending on how you get out when you work out, I mean, workout's not about being pretty, cutesy. It's about getting the work done. Because what is it called? Workout. A workout. So, I mean, you know, keep it moving. Be realistic with it. So on that note, I usually work in sets of 8 and add on. Ready? Here we go. You're going to go up, down, and in, and out. That's 1. Up, down, in, and out. 2 more. Up, down, in, and out. Last one before I'm going to drop this weight. In and out. 4 more. Up, down, in, and out. For 3, down, in, and out. 2 more for 2, down, in, and out. Last 1. Up, down, in, and out. So I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to re-pick up my weights, holding the weight like so, and I'm going to go out and in. Now, if you need to keep the weight, if you want to do this with no weights right now, I totally get it. Out and in. I'm going to drop that weight down for 4 and in. And even though I don't have any weight in my hands, notice that I'm still making that resistance and in. And I'm going to shake it out a little bit. So this time, I want to do that whole combination, up, down, in, out and in, up, down, in, out, then out and in. Putting it all together, we're going to do 4 of these total. If at any time, again, you need to drop your weight, please feel free to drop it. I'm going to do it this time with the weights in my hand. If you need to get water, anytime your arms are feeling fatigued or you just need to kind of just march it out, feel free to do that. Ready? Here we go. We're going to go up, down, in, and out, and to go out and in. Going up, down, in, out, and in. 2 more. Up, down, in, out, and in. 1 more. Go up and down, in, and out. Oh, I don't know. I kind of got confused myself. And hey, got to keep it real. And that's what's going to be really nice about my videos, because I keep it real. What you see is what you're getting, live and in the raw and as we go. So, keeping it going here, I'm going to continue along with the up front row, slight bend. Here we go. We're going to pull it up and down. Pulling it up and down. It's up and down, up and down. 4 more. So anytime you need to drop this weight, 3, last 2. You know what? Give me just 4 more right here. Come on, you got this. Give me 4 more. 4. Good. 3. Got 2 more. 2 and 1 and down. You're going to pull it up, out, in, and down. That's 1. Up, out, in, and down. Keep it going. Up, out, in, and down. It's up, out, in, and down. 4 more for 4, out, in, and down. Last 3, out, in, down. 2 more for 2, out, in, and down. Last 1, out, in, and down. Woo! And shake it out a little bit. So I don't know how you're feeling right about now, but I hope that you're kind of feeling this in your arms. So I'm going to actually work the last part. One of the last things I'm going to do, we're going to do the deltoids. I'm going to just do straight, alternating right to left. So with no weight, showing you the option of the modification. Again, you know, the stance of having those knees slightly bent is always, it's just like a stance like so. And if I'm alternating right to left, I don't have a mirror. I'm praying that my back is straight, but you don't want to be slumped. And you know, it's like, I've seen people just throwing their arms up. I'm like, you know, what is that? And they think they're getting down where you're not. you should be feeling some sense of, and I'm not trying to make fun of somebody if you really just don't know, or you're just racing yourself, tripping, and the form is nowhere, and you're risking injury to boot. So it's not about quantity. Once again, it's about quality. And learning form is important because you're going to get more out of, 5 good reps versus 10 or 15 lousy, sloppy reps, and you're also risking injury as well. So, to work the deltoid, so we're going to go right and left, right and left. So on this one, we don't want to flying up. When you see people with and they're adding all that body, the rocking and bobbing. I think I mentioned this in my earlier videos, the rocking and the bob. I don't know what that is, but basically it's cheating because you're using your other parts of your body. You're creating momentum, which is something that you don't want to do when you're doing body sculpting. So alternate right and left, no higher than the height of your own shoulder, according to how tall you are. Good, keeping it going. Last 4. I'm going to add on to this 3 and 2 and the final 1. Now I'm going to bring these together. We're going to go up and down for 7. Good. 6. Here I am from the side. 5. 4. Here's the other side. 3. Good. 2. 1. Now I'm going to add on to this. I'm going to go up. Stop right there. Up. Good. Up. You got this. Up. Come on. Here we go. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now I want you to pulse it and pulse. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it. I know, right? And let it go. Woo. That's a good one. I'm going to work the back of those arms now. And I want you to know, I feel so honored to be able to share this workout with you. That this is all about you. I mean, there was a time I used no weights at all. Know that that's real. So the honor, I'm honored to share what I've learned with you. I'm sharing this is as raw as it gets, baby. So here we go. Ready? Slight bend forward. Left foot like so. Focusing in. Here we go. And pull it up and down. Good. I've got my whole core nice and tight, but I'm breathing. Making it a point to breathe. 4 more. For 4. Good. 3. You got this. Give me 2 more. 2. 1 and down. So you're going to bring it up, out, in, and down. It's up, out, in, and down. So anytime you need to let the weight go on this, and down. For 4. Out, in, and down. 3 more. 3. Out, in. You got 2 more. Up, out, in. 1 more. Up, out, in, and down. Shake it out a little bit. And I'm going to, once again, I should have shown you the modification, but I'm assuming. See those assumptions. You know how many times assumptions have gotten me in trouble? I just assumed. Duh. The road to hell is paved with assumptions. So if I'm bending forward like so, going up, out, in, and down. It's up, out, in, and down. I'm making that resistance. I'm not just up, out, just throwing that. I mean, what is this? Is this the newest dance? We can do that all day, but not. Okay, switching to the other side. I got my weight like so. And being careful, you don't know how many times I've almost tripped over weights and broken my neck, or my leg, or my foot. So be conscious of where you place your weights if you are working with weights. And don't get caught up in thinking, well, God, I'm only working with a 1 pound weight. That's excellent. Whether you work with some weight or no weight at all. But knowing that, honestly, if you've been working with a certain weight, 2 pounds, for example, and you've been on that for some time, and it's become pretty effortless, you might want to think about maybe it's time to bring it up a notch. You want to continue to challenge yourself so that you will continue to see results, and not going over the top where you just become overzealous. And overzealous means to just, okay, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go from 2 pounds to 10 pounds. That's a bit of a stretch, you know. But if you really want to kind of push it, I'd say maybe you can go from 2 pounds to 5 pounds. So let's get this other side going. Ready? Starting with just a single. Here we go. Up and down. Single bent over row. Good. Up and down. Up. Good. 4 more for 4. Down. 3. Last 2. Now final 1. I'm going to add on. You're going to go up, out, in, and down. It's up, out, in, and down. So one of the things that I've had to practice over the years, again, I can't see my form, but I try to practice. This is something you want to avoid, the hunchback show, where you're kind of humping. Now, I mean, if you got a hump in your back, I'm not trying to put you down, because you know that I don't make fun of people. If you got a hump in your back, I'm not trying to insult you. But if you know you don't have a hump in your back, I'm trying to let you know when you're doing this workout to try to just relax it out. Good. Last 2. 2. And the last 1. Good. And down and rolling it out. You feel okay? Okay, so now we're going to just switch it up a little bit. And again, today's workout, it's been a long time. I always kind of keep it light and fluffy. And as time goes on, increase things. I'm so happy to have someone to film this for me. It's lovely, and Rosalind is wonderful. Thank you, Rosalind. So we will continue along here. Now it's time to go to the lower body to work the booty. My booty is my nemesis, okay? We all got something. So I'm going to just keep it real with you. Constantly, you know, working on certain things. Technically, from my time on this earth, it should be down to here, but I stay vain. And I want to say about vanity, and I think I've mentioned this before, it's okay to be vain. Narcissism is a whole different thing, because you don't see anyone, but as long as you're but yourself. But as long as you remain vain, that means you care about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if anybody has a problem with you caring about you, you need to really consider, why is that person in your life? On that note, so we're going to start doing what we call goblet squats. And if you have any issues with your knees, this is one of those exercises that I will say, I'm going to take the weights out here for a minute. And I'm going to demonstrate to you what a full goblet squat would be. So this is the full range right here. If I did a goblet squat, and I'm going to go down, come up, I'm emphasizing working my butt. When I go down, and I come up. I go down, and I come up. But here, you have some challenges with your knees or any type of mobility issues at all. So if all you can do is like so, just a light thing. If you have any, if the knee situation is that bad, then you just have to take this out the mix, you know. But one of the things I hear people talk about, oh, I just want to do something on booty, da 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 da. You know, well, here we go. These exercises that I'm about to do are exercises that will definitely help to improve your booty, mid or femur, heavily. So on that note, now if you feel you need, you know, well, no weights isn't working for me, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, I've done this before, you can work with one weight, you can work with 2 weights, I don't know what your strength level is, because everybody, again, is different. You know if you're fit enough, but don't be silly if you know that you're really not there, you know what I mean? So if you're using a weight, if I'm using my weight and I'm doing this particular exercise, I'm going to bring this into the mix. And it's just, I'm just trying to sit in there. When I come up, I'm squeezing that butt. So I go down, and I squeeze my butt. I'm going down, and I'm squeezing my butt. I'm going to take the weights out, and let's just start with, say, 10 of these. And that is first off with a goblet squat, and again, the modified version is like so. And even modified, because the whole point is this: I'm going down, and I'm squeezing my butt. I'm coming down, and I'm coming back up, and I'm squeezing my butt. Okay, ready? For 10. And your hands, with me, I always, because I'm always, if I usually have a weight in my hand, I like to hold my hands up like so. Instead, I'm hanging loose and flapping everywhere. I've got long arms, so it is what it is. And a short torso and long legs. So everyone is different. If your body type is similar to mine, you might find yourself wanting to do it this way. Ready? Here we go. So 10 and 9. 8, modified, 7, here we go, and 6, 5, squeeze that butt, 4, 3, it's 2, and 1, and up, and kick it out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a squat. Squat a little bit different. We're going to have those legs a bit wider. And again, you can work with one. With squats, most often, with the weights, without doing a goblet squat, if I'm just doing a straight up squat, I will have my weights out like so. 1. It's like I'm basically just sitting in the chair. Let me turn to this angle. And I'm going out, I'm coming up. I'm out and up. Squeezing it out and up. So again, if you notice, each time I come up, I'm squeezing my butt. I'm emphasizing my butt. Again, you can do this with no weights at all, but most often when you're doing it with no weights, you want to have those hands to the side. Let's go for 10. Ready? Here we go. 10. And one thing before we get started, I see people rowing the boat. Again, that's that momentum thing. When you're rowing the boat, and essentially you're cheating yourself because you're creating the momentum. Row, row, row the boat. Take that out. Try to have, if you're going to have it, stationary, down, and up. That's 1. 2, keep it going. And 3, 4, I'm sitting in that chair. 5, squeeze your butt. 6, keep it going. 7, 8, 9, and 10, and up. Good. And kick it out. So I'm going to kind of stay turned at this angle. And once again, I just wanted to say welcome back. We're keeping it a bit light and fluffy today. It's nice to be outside. It's nice that we are in a new year. It's nice that we made it through the last year, as I'm sure we would have. Having faith, remaining kind, knowing that the essence of who you are is your heart. It's not your portfolio. But if you have a portfolio, that's cool too. But be thankful. Thankful for everything. Thankful for the gift of movement. It's a wonderful thing. So, deadlifts. Deadlifts, this is one of the last things. Booty central, yes. So with your feet apart like so. There's different variations of deadlifts. This is the one that I most often do. Go down like so. I want that butt, and I'm going to squeeze it up. So I'm going to turn around so you can see my booty from the back. I know, right? Turning like so. So that when you bend, you want that booty come out. And you should be feeling that burn right here. And you want to go down. And bring it up. So if you're making noises while you're doing this, it's totally cool. You should be making some sounds. Not that Neanderthal show. We talked about that. The clown at the gym. And all those weird noises. Hire that one for sound effects for the next horror movie. Because that's the only basis for that kind of yelling and hollering. And on that note, so let's go for, would you say 15? Because we get the tail end of it. Yes, 15. So again, you have the option to do this because again, I'm going to show you from the side. Sticking the booty out. And I come up and I'm squeezing that butt. And not only does that work your behind, it's great for also bringing in those quads. Have faith and know if it's something that you want. If you want your body, if you want to reshape your body, if it's something that you want, you can do it. And don't you let nothing anything stand in your way of achieving a goal that will make you happy. But just remember that the surface is only the tip of the iceberg. That's the best I can tell you, but I tell you, it's a good place to start. On that note, here we go, 15, ready? 1, use your butt. 2, 3, make sure you're breathing. Good. 4, stick that butt out. Yeah. 5, you bring it up, you squeeze your butt. Good. 6, you got this. 7, woo. 8, keep it going. 9, 10, 5 more, here we go. 11, 12, come on, squeeze your butt. 13, 14, and 15. Woo! I think it's time for a little more water, and just about time to wrap this up. So, I'm going to have a drink of water right about now. And I want to say to you that this workout that I just did today, this is just a nice little start. You can double the sets when you have them. And this is modern times, so you can always push pause, and then you can do that set of exercises, each thing that I did 3 times around, you know. Let me get some water. Back in the day when you get the thick crust around your mouth, we used to call that, you got the cream. So, you know, hey, let me know. I said, Mary, I noticed when you did that video, I couldn't help but notice you had the cream. Right. I digress here. So, you can do these exercises. You can do 3 sets of each. You know, just a little something to get you started, to get you back in the groove. My plan is to do things every 6 weeks, put something out there. Oh, I forgot. There is one little thing I forgot. I forgot to do the abs. Right. Let's just hit this one little thing real quick. So I'm going to work from this angle right here. Holding myself in a tabletop position. Hands right here at my thing. And I'm looking up and down. It's up and down. Up and down. Now you just do as many of these as you can with me. The magic number is 15. Right here, it's 6. And up, 7. Good. 8. 9. 10. 11. Notice I'm squeezing. Good. 12. 13. 14. 15. Hold it there. Now, this is this one here. I know a lot of people, you don't want to just reach it up and down. You're pulling it up and down. It's up and down. And and down. Now, you know, there's ants and things crawling. And I got a little thing about bugs. So, and down. Keep it going. Come on. Right. Up. You got 5 more. 5 more. Come on. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And down. I'm going to stretch out right here for just a moment. And stretching it forward like so. And holding that stretch. As flexible as you are. You can open up those legs a bit and take it over like so. Stretching out. And coming back up, and you're going to stretch to the other side. And again, you can always extend these stretches out. I used to, when I would teach my class, I would always tell the class, you know, I mean, do what works for your body and for you. And I just want to take a moment here to say that, you know, once again, every day that we wake up, is a blessing. Because what's the other option? Not to wake up. Sometimes you want to feel bad for being in pain of some sort. But as long as you can still feel, that is a great gift. I'm going to pray for those that can't feel anymore, especially if they're still breathing. Thankful is hard for us to be sometimes, but let's do the best that we can. No one is perfect. Don't cut me off when I'm in my car. And all of this peace and prayer, all that goes out the window. So we all got things we need to work on. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm so thankful to be able to reach out to you all again. And I missed you all so much. And I look forward to bringing that body, that soul, that spirit, whatever,